Hi guys, I'm just going to do a quick review on PanoVolo. It's a replacement for those of us that used to use Microsoft Dice and PT GUI and all them other kinds of programs. The guys who make this have listened to the people in the drone community, particularly by the seams of it, and they've made this program which works really well. I was very impressed when I saw the first advert. I did post a comment on it saying, why would anyone buy that when they've got Microsoft Dice for free? But after using it, yeah, I'm glad that I bought it. So on the title screen, it says select directory or batch process. Now, one of the things I like about other programs is you can just drag the folder over, and you actually can with PanoVolo. It would be nice if it told you here or drag the folder, because it doesn't mention that, and it saves you selecting a directory and then browsing to it. You can just drag it straight in. So the program is now working with the files, and it will give you a preview. I'll go full screen now. We can see it doing 27 of 33. It works really well. It's pretty quick considering all the work it's doing. It auto fills the sky as well, which is a brilliant feature, because if, like me, you've been working with ice since the first drones, 2014, we had to stitch all the photos manually, and then the sky was all cropped out, so we had to open up. I did all mine in Photoshop, and then copy and paste the sky and do brushing techniques to try and get that sky. And PanoVolo actually does all that for you. So you can see it's done the stitch. The quality is superb. You can zoom right. I mean, look at that. It's fantastic. You can't output such fantastic quality for Facebook. It doesn't work. This outputs at 17278 by 8693. We have to drop that to about 12,000 for Facebook. So sorry about that, it's just my phone. We have to drop that down for Facebook, but you can use Cooler, which is one of the sites that I use, and on there you can have the higher quality. This is one I just got ready before. You can have the higher quality files in there, so you can zoom in and out, and pan around, and it's much better than you'll see on Facebook. So going back to our main program. Oh, sorry, where's it gone? It's there. So we've got this file now. This one we don't need to adjust. As you can see, everything looks beautiful on it. Everything's perfectly stitched. What you can do when you go to review, you can click on sections like this and actually move them. So if you need to change the pitch and roll, you can actually shift them like that. So if your images aren't lining up, you can get them to line up, and it's a brilliant feature. You can make them snap like that, snap to optimize, snap to initial. So optimized will give the best output. I think I've got that right. I'm sure the devs will correct me if I'm wrong with that. I'll just reset just so we'll go back. I don't want to screw up my image, because you know what it's like when you start clicking things, you get something slightly out of line. So you can also do a 3D map, which is great. If you're doing a video, you can actually show a little 3D map of where the picture was taken. It doesn't say Blackpool Tower, which is a shame. It's got Winter Gardens, Coral Island, but it's a nice little feature. Probably never use it. I probably won't use it. I might put it in the slideshows and things like that. But other than that, so that's the map, that's the review, where you can make your edits, and then you've got your normal panorama, which is what you'd normally see in ice before you start to play about with it. Now, it'd be nice if there was a export feature on there, or an export button, I should say, but we have to go to File and Save Panorama, and then it calls it 0010003 Pano. Now in ice, it takes the first name of it takes the first file name, which was called Blackpool blah blah blah, and uses that as the export file name. That would be a lovely feature if it could do that, so they're not just called all ones. So in here I'm going to put Blackpool, and I know I've already got one, so I'll overwrite it. And that's that image done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go on to Facebook, because I think that's where most of you export to. So I'm just going to shrink that down a second. There's the file. We're going to drag that in there, and there's the image. For now, I'll just do it as only me. Oh yeah, it's too big. This is what I was saying at the start, isn't it? So you can't upload it to Facebook because it's too big. But if I put that onto Cooler, watch this now, it won't bloody work, will it? That will work on Cooler, and that there allows you to click choose a starting point, so you can start where the viewer which part they see first when it opens. So you do two exports, one for Cooler if you want the highest quality where you can zoom in like that and that's beautiful resolution. And then when you go on to review there, we have, oh, how did I do this? We got Panorama. I found a size somewhere. Edit. That just does that. Just bear with me, guys, because I know I found this where there was a scale. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I imagined it. So that's something else it needs. It needs a scale feature. So when we want to export at 12,000 for Facebook, then we're not having to use third-party programs. I was sure that I'd seen it. I mustn't have done. There's no size option that I can see there. So that definitely needs doing. We could just do with a scale button. So we'll save it again, and I'll click that, that one, and at the end we'll call this Facebook. And then I don't suppose it matters which one we edit. Actually, it doesn't matter, does it? I'll use ACDC. We'll edit this. So resize. 12,000. And I'll just save it. Oh yeah, done. That puts the resize in. And then if I close that, I'll just save it. Save. And now we go back here. We drag that in. And there we go. So we'll just call that test. So 12,000, I think, is the maximum for Facebook. And there it is. So that is now working in Facebook. But there's no zoom or anything, and the quality is nowhere near as good as you get on Cooler, which is a shame. But you can see Cooler is far superior with the quality. So that's the first part. Okay, that's doing a basic panorama off your drone and everything works. So what we're going to do now is, and again, there's another feature I'd like, please, Mr. Devs, is close, just a close feature or start new, because you can't start again. You have to quit the program and reload it to start afresh. That seems really silly. So we could do with a close button. So on here now, I've got I've saved this one specially because when I had my Mini 4, I had quite a few problems with the panos, and DJI just couldn't work out what was going on. So we'll start with that one. We'll start with Pano 71. So we're going to look for image 71 here. I think this is one where it messes up. So yeah, you can see it right there. This is off the drone. So we've got a break there, and we've got a break there. Now, when I've tried stitching these with ice, they go all over the place. They're a mess. Oh, there's another one there. Right, shall I try it? Shall I show you? So we'll open ice. We want number 71. Stitch. It's crazy. And DJI just couldn't help me. They were just coming out like this, and they're all over the place. I mean, look at that. So what I've been looking for an alternative for quite a while. PT GUI was the same, by the way. It wouldn't stitch them properly. So we'll close that, discard. And now we'll do exactly the same thing into PanoVolo. This is where the magic happens. And for me, this, I've probably got about 100 panos off my DJI Mini 4 that don't work. So if I can fix them using this, I'll be very happy, because I've never been able to get them to line up properly. Right. Oh my lordy. Now this is really strange because I did this earlier before I started doing the review, and it worked perfectly. Which is a bit odd, isn't it, that it's not done it now. I can't see where it's actually out because that line's there. Let's just look at that. It's up to the right of them two people there. I put them there. Let's try that now. Optimizing boundaries. It's still working. Fill in the sky. That's okay. I'm really confused because this worked bloody wonders when I first did it earlier. The problem we've got is I can't actually see that properly. So if I tip the R, no, not that way, is it? I can see the line there now. So that needs to go up. A little bit more. I reckon about there. It's not far off. The fact you can do this is really clever. I don't know how we'll see how it affects everything else. done. Fill in the sky. Oh, it's better. It definitely looks better. We've just got a little bit of a ramp there, but it's so much better than what come off the drone, and it's so much better than what I can do in ice. See, that side's right. It's fixed that one. It's just that bit there. So if we go back there, a little bit more. About the roll, let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that way like that. So let's put that there. Okay, let's try that. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's actually gone higher. It's gone worse. It's hard to see with them lines, isn't it? So let's put that back at 0. Maybe we need them transparent, because I can't see that joint through that line. See that blue line there? Maybe that's a guide. Like that. Let's try that one. Slightly below. I think you get the idea. That looks like it's the other way around, doesn't it? It looks to me like that's lower, but on the render, it's higher. Not quite marrying up how I'd expect it. Yeah, see, that's miles off. That's where it initially goes. I think that would be perfect because them two lines are lining up. Right, okay, so we've got it closer again. Most people won't notice that. I like things perfect. But the rest of it is bob on. Like I said, the other one over here, it's fixed where that one is there. It's done that really well. And again, you know, the program is relatively new. The guys seem really keen to help, to want to be able to help us. So if you report any problems like this, then I know that they're going to listen, they're going to help. So what we're going to do now, we'll export this just so we can test it. So again, save panorama, and we'll call this Yorkshire. I need to resize it. Where's it gone? There. You'll all have your own different programs for doing this. You can use Paint to resize your images, but you lose a hell of a lot of quality because it's not a photography software. It's just made for, you know, desktops, like your normal pictures on your PC. Put that at 12,000. I'll just save it over that one. I'll still get my backup in my originals folder. And then back to Facebook. So we'll close that. You know it's worked on a 360 if you get that. If you don't see that little icon, then it hasn't worked to the 360, so your sizes are wrong. Because it has to be exactly the right aspect ratio. Right, so that's worked. Let's have a look how it looks with where the blip is. Oh, Facebook's terrible. I mean, this was running on an i7 chip, a brand new X265 i7 with 128 gig of memory and a RTX 5090. Yeah, that's not bad at all, is it? You wouldn't really notice that. You might notice it on cooler when you zoom in and out, but I don't think anyone's going to pick up on it really on Facebook. So there we go, guys. The program's fantastic. It's well worth the price. The fact that you can adjust, like I said, there just needs to be a little bit of tweaks with that. Maybe make them lines a bit more transparent. It's not lining up exactly as it shows it in the software, because that looks perfectly lined up there with them lines, but then on the render it's not quite there. But again, that, you know, that it could be user error, it could be me. We just, I suppose, if we lift that up or down like that, we can try and see how it looks. Just experiment. The main benefit is you can do this, and we've never been able to do this. I don't know any other program where, you know, you can tilt and swivel like that. We can just shift it all around. We can shift the yaw. So, you know, at some point you're going to get it absolutely perfect. That's way off snap to optimize there, and that's absolutely way off. Let's just render that. I think that's where it was when we first loaded it. While that's going, if you have a look on Cooler, I'm not going to post that one because I think I've already done it. I might not have done it high quality. But it'll at least give you some ideas of what you can do. Bolsover Castle. That was a sunset in the snow. It was lovely. That was done on Cooler. So if you've got any questions, please post them in the comments. The devs will be watching this, so I know they'll see it. Yeah, see, it's actually gone worse, I think. It's frustrating. I put it up there like that. Let's just try that as a last ditch. Oh no, as a last ditch attempt. See where it comes out. But yeah, post your comments, post any questions, any ideas that you've got that could make it better, and I'm sure that the devs will respond to you. They've been really proactive with me when I've been asking them questions. They're constantly posting on their social media when people ask. I've posted quite a few things on there saying how easy it is and how good it is. It just needs a few more features like the new, so you don't have to quit to start a new one. A resize when you save, that'd be really helpful. And then, oh man, yeah, it did exactly what I'd expected it to do, actually. Really weird. So if I put it there, let's try that one. I look forward to seeing your images. Obviously, if you see my review, post links to your images. Let's share some love. Once it's done the render, the review and the render, it actually goes back to the other page, to the panorama on its own. I was clicking it before, but you don't need to. So that's exactly where it looks like it is. But then when I line it up right on that line. Oh, like that, it seems to come out wrong. Let's try once more. It's just not quite matching it. The clouds work and the ground works. It's blended that really nicely. Just that bit. So what we might have to do, this is going to take a lot more playing, I think. Roll it a little bit and then drop it down. Yeah, so I rolled it and that's where it's come out now. But it is, bear in mind, guys, that this image has been messed up in every program I've tried. I've tried like 5 different 360 programs. This is the one that's got it the closest. So don't see this as a negative. I see this as a massive positive because it means that we can repair them images. I've only had this program a week. I haven't been on it all the time. I've literally, after work, I've been having a mess about with it for 20 minutes or so, a couple of nights, and then I've done this review. So please don't think that I'm an expert with this software. I just love it. I think it's quite intuitive on how things work, and the fact that I've been able to get that so close when you saw how bad it was in PT GUI, I think that's incredible. And all the others that were, the normal renders where they haven't been misplaced, even the ones off my old Mavic 2, they've come out beautiful. And I've been doing them from DNGs as well. Actually, let's do a DNG. I'll just pause this while I find. One, two. Yeah, mic's working still. Bloody good job. Okay, so in ice, again, when it stitches, we've got this horrible skyline at the top, which you then have to fix. But I don't need that yet. I'm just looking at transverse spherical and transverse Mercator. Now, this one I love because you can really mess about with your images and you can get some really funky effects with them. You crop them down like that. You crop that down now and fill in the sky around it, and you get these amazing images that when you zoom in, you can see everything and they look like that. And I think it's unique, and I'd love to be able to do something like that in PanoVolo, because we can't actually twist it and turn it. We can only zoom in and out. Again, we've just got to let it render. Okay, so that's finished. So we can only do it like that. We can't, I'm holding down the mouse button. I can't do anything else with it like I can in ice. And it would be nice if we can twist it and turn it. Yeah, there's no other options there. We've got, let's try vertical. I don't think that's going to do what I want. I'll just pause again. Okay, that seemed to take ages. Oh yeah, 73 seconds that took, which is a long time given the power of the machine. Yeah, see, that's the